Hey babes, hello, hello, hello. So today is part 7 of exposing Gypsy Rose and our charges coming, new charges. So before we get into this, so this right here is I've been reviewing the interrogation one. It's like a 3 hour long thing. We went today was from minute 11 to minute 33 31, something like that. And what I'm doing is I'm reading her spiritually, and I am literally taking notes. And I think I may have found something. I found something yesterday at the ending. I found something the day before at the ending. So please watch part 1 through 6 because this is part 7. I speak fast and I may not sit there and talk on that one thing, this big thing I just found for a long time. So I kind of like say it and keep going because I have a pet peeve of giving a little bit of information or one piece of information and just concentrating on that one little piece of information for like 3 hours. I can't do that. So I kind of tell you the point right at the point and I keep it moving. So make sure you catch all the little things I say. So since I've been doing the Gypsy Rose investigation, right? I have been getting so many flags and deleting my videos to the point I can't even post on TikTok. Okay, I don't get paid, so there's nothing off my back. Okay, so my thing is, I said maybe in like part 2 or 3 that I think she's watching because all these flags are coming up, right? And if it's not her, it's her minions. But then she says, and I show this in another part, something that I say to my babes all the time about the eyes being the window of the soul and how she wants makeup there so people can look at her eyes first instead of her mouth. And so you want to catfish people to the windows of your soul. But anyways, that's crazy. And then I was on TikTok yesterday. I went on just for a moment, and as soon as I turn it on, now I don't follow Gypsy. I don't look at their actual accounts. Right? I get it from other people, right? I see things from other people that speak about her. That's where I get info, unless I'm on Google looking up like dates and stuff like that, just to see how things fit. So, with all that being said, I come on, and I guess it's her sister, maybe like a stepsister. Ooh, child, I feel bad for her. Knowing that your stepsister is totally jealous of you, how do you sleep at night? Right? I hope you don't sleep in the same house. If you do, yeah, keep one eye open, right? I come on there, and she's literally trying to put her hair like mine, and I was like, girl. Okay, I know y'all watching my stuff now, you know? It's just too much. So let's get into this. I watched from 11 minutes to 33 minutes, the babies with her dad. Oh, that's what I wanted to touch on. So there was this one person that made a comment yesterday, and she was upset because I kept telling Kat one moment, right? See, Kat knows this is our business here. She knows this is work because she helps me do it, right? So when she was coming in, she knew I was working. So if I tell her one moment and then I address her, yes, that's Aladdin. Yes, that's Kazim, right? That's none of your damn business. Okay, period. She tried to say, "Oh, you seem like the type of mother that can't wait for her child to go to sleep." Like, you don't know me. In fact, I saw a really weird coincidence today watching the Gypsy Rose interrogation. She's obsessed with like child stuff like Harry Potter, and it just so happens we are literally in the moment of redoing her room from like a baby room to a toddler room, and it's Harry Potter. You know, the fact that my baby is reading Harry Potter by herself speaks volumes on me and how hands-on I am with my child. My child has been reading since 2 years old. I am very hands-on. Okay, I have all the patience in the world, especially for her, only for her. I don't have patience for people like you. I have patience for my baby. Okay, she's been spelling since 1. Okay, and it's all on the internet. So, moving on. So from 11 minutes to 19 minutes, she's just sleeping and pretending to be asleep, whatever, eating, blah, 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 right? At 19 minutes, I picked up on something. She makes small talk about movie theaters. Oh, is there any movie theaters around here? Like you're getting out to go watch a movie, right? And she mentions how she dresses up in costume for these premieres and talking about, oh, I can't miss it. I can't miss it, you know. Then she goes on about all the great places her mom took her to. Remember, she says her mom's her best friend in this interview. I didn't get to that part yet, but I did hear it once before through like a clip, you know, scrolling on TikTok. So she's talking about all these nice places her mom took her to and says, you know, she's her best friend. She's talking about Harry Potter. She got to meet Harry Potter because of her mom and the cast. And she went to the amusement parks and Universal Studios. And this is important because I think I caught something. How she goes to castles and she goes on rides and her mom bought her the exclusive package VIP experience, right? Where they get the whole park to themselves. I feel like all this small talk, all this baby Disney crap she's talking about is to keep him looking at her like, oh, she's kitty. See, I feel like she's a demonic parasite. See, I get very annoyed when I work on her case because I see the same demonic spirit that resides in my mother that resides inside Gypsy. I see the same demonic spirit. Do you understand? Okay. So she has to play kitty, and I really truly feel that she is like a demonic parasite where she can suck the energy out of people, and I believe she sucked the characteristics of Nick. So she's trying to play autistic, meanwhile Nick is the autistic one. Okay. This is very important for her to play kitty for Gypsy's mission. Gypsy's on a mission right now. Remember, she just in what was it, was it yesterday's or the day before's video we did? I think it was the day before yesterday's. So that would be number 5, where Gypsy says she did nothing wrong. She's not arrested. Only Nick's arrested. Remember she said that? So Gypsy's on this mission of, you need to know that I'm not complicit. Meanwhile, I'm extremely complicit. So then it goes on, and that was around 25 minutes into the video where she talks about, she starts throwing a tantrum, how she shows him how she threw a tantrum about being a Gryffindor. Okay. So, and I believe her with that tantrum. At 28 minutes, I noticed that she has way too much patience, right? For someone who don't know what's going on. She's way too much patience. See, a person that didn't do nothing and is being held for something they didn't do, they're going to be like, yo, what the hell? Can we speed this along? What is happening? Somebody needs to tell me something. You understand? Okay. So, she mentions Disney World, right? And how she danced in a waltz with the Disney characters. So this whole thing, Gypsy can't walk, I think that was more for the people around the neighborhood, because she was clearly walking around dancing. Here, there's more. Hold on. She danced the waltz with Disney characters. And she had way too much sugar. Yeah, yuck mouth. And she was dancing up and down Main Street in Disneyland. I mean, we know you can't walk. People at Disney didn't. So you were fine there walking around, right? Just around your neighbors. You couldn't walk. So you're very well aware. And it gets worse. She mentions Dee Dee as my poor mom in this next statement, right? Now they bleep it out, but I know what the hell they were talking about, okay? She says, my poor mom, and she mentions an injury, this is what they blocked out, at Universal Studios and Disney. Oh, y'all trying to get lawsuits. More fraud charges? Hold on. Now watch this. Right after I put that, I was like, instantly lawsuit. Okay. 2 of them. Oh, okay. Oh, both big parks. Good one, Mom. That's the only thing Dee Dee's guilty of. I'm telling you. Gypsy knew and was okay with being in that wheelchair in public because she wasn't in the wheelchair at home unless probably family came over or something. Okay. Which I kind of feel like her father was in on this too, on this scheme, only because when she lies about her age, I didn't get to that part here yet either, but I did touch on it, where she don't know if she's 23 or 19, right? Bullshit. Is Gypsy Rose even her real name? Seriously. Why wouldn't the father know what her age is? I mean, I'm sure he does, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so she mentions this, mentions an injury her mom had at Universal and Disney lawsuits, which explain why she gets so uncomfortable with this next phase that's happening, right? Because they're faking that lawsuit. It's not a real lawsuit, and she got 2 of them. And she wants the money, right? If Dee Dee's in a lawsuit, she can continue that lawsuit, right? Excuse me. Where are we? Lawsuit. She wants the money, but he, who she's speaking to, is still law enforcement. Okay, so he could tell if she's lying or not about this situation and might be able to pass information along about it. And all of a sudden, her whole demeanor changes. It just changes, right? She mentions it and he says, right after she says it, so right now she's giggling and then here's some more information and here's some more information, and here's some more information, and here's some more information, right? And then he says, just a little, keyword, little, right? Pick up on the road, because she said 2 ambulances had to come and get her each time. So he says, oh, just a little pick up on the road, meaning, oh, it wasn't nothing major, right? So all of a sudden when he says that, she goes into this totally different mode and form, and but she starts this giggling. It was, oh my god, it was terrible. And then she gets so quiet and uncomfortable looking. She starts, and it's around 30 minutes and 50 seconds, right? She gets very quiet with a very uncomfortable look in her entire body, right? And on her face. And then all of a sudden, she just keeps doing this weird freaking giggle. And to me, that lets me know I was on point from the beginning as soon as you said it. Now after all that, right? So she's like, oh my God, I just told him about the lawsuits. Oh shoot, they could put 2 and 2 together, So she gets really uncomfortable and she's thinking about the money of the lawsuit, and that's where Gypsy's mind was. It's always been on money, and it's still on money. Okay. Now after that weird giggling thing that takes over her, this next words out her mouth from that moment to now, what's about to regurgitate out her mouth, right, is it says, now her next words are about something being expensive. She's talking about the resorts and the hotels. She's like, yeah, they're really expensive. You weren't just talking about resorts or hotels. You were talking about the Disney stuff, and being the exclusive, and, just, she was not talking about hotels and resorts being expensive. Now all of a sudden your mind is on money and things being expensive. Okay. Where are we? Her mind drifted. This okay. Now her next words are about something being expensive, meaning her mind drifted onto money, like a lawsuit money. I bet Dee Dee had two lawsuits going on. So a little prediction again. I believe Dee Dee had two lawsuits going on. Now, she's talking about these resorts, right? The way she's talking to this man is literally her showing how much of a beautiful life Dee Dee actually gave to her. Okay? Because I believe Dee Dee did not abuse her. Oh, she kept her in the chair. No, Gypsy agreed to be in the chair for the materialistic things. Okay? I did a tarot card reading on Gypsy before all this happened, when she first got out, and everything she has done to this day, I predicted it in that reading. Okay? Again, she's showing me exactly how beautiful and how happy and excited she was with the lifestyle that Dee Dee gave her. Okay? And she seemed so genuine only in that. Okay? She seems like she was living her best life back then too. Okay? Which fits with her calling her mom her best friend. I believe that. She knew she was, so here it says, no abuse in this whole interview so far has mentioned any type of abuse against Dee Dee. Any. Okay? The abuse came out once she realized that Nick wasn't the only one going to jail. Okay? And once she realized she was going to jail, people were already speculating because they saw this girl that looks like a child walking, and you see in the news, because I read some the other day, and the neighbors are just baffled. So people start saying, well, maybe it was Munchausen syndrome. And now she has a lawyer that needs a defense. They need a defense. This girl's freaking psycho. We need some type of defense. So the internet gave them that idea of the Munchausen syndrome by proxy, and the parents, stepmother, pushed it even harder. Okay? So there was no talk of any type of abuse until Gypsy knew she was going to jail. Okay? Once she knew she was caught, she knew she had to come up with another plan. Okay? Because the whole, he murdered my mom and R'd me. She lied about it. And she's lying about everything freaking else. Okay? So that was my video for today. Again, I get irritated talking about her and seeing her, but I have to expose this demon. I have to. Because I can see that demon. Karma's knocking at your door. Here I am.